Welcome back. I'm Ted Thomas, and the question I'm going to answer in this episode is how to buy tax lien certificates in Florida. So I'm going to talk about that, and then I'll continue by telling you a few tips on how to make money, and then from there, I'll show you some mistakes that you really want to avoid. And then later on, we'll get into some real in-depth subject. Hi, I'm Ted Thomas, and I've been doing this for approximately 30 years. The first 5 years, I just bought tax liens and bought tax deeds, and everybody asked me questions. How are you doing this alternative investment? So that's how I got involved, and I've been teaching it for 25 years, and the people that learn it, they learn how to buy tax liens, how to buy tax deeds. They're both different subjects, but I've written books on it, I've created courses on it, and I've become the authority on this for the world. Okay, so let's start out and talk about tax lien certificates. Where would you find them? You'd find them, first of all, in the newspaper, or you'd find them on the county records. Now, tax lien certificates are a relatively easy investment for anyone to do by just spending a little time studying what you're doing here and a little time studying the county website. And what you'll find out is that all the properties that don't pay property tax end up on a list of tax lien certificates. So the county controls the taxes. So what the county simply does, especially in Florida, they take action right away, and they simply say, if you haven't paid your tax, what we're going to do is we're going to sell a tax lien certificate on your property. Now, in the state of Florida, they'll auction approximately 1 million tax certificates in the month of May. Now, those are certificates in each of the different counties that people didn't pay their tax. Now, they didn't pay the tax, the county has a problem. They have a big problem. The big problem is this. They can't pay their bills. The county doesn't have any revenue. They get it all from taxes. So simply what the county does is they say, all right, we'll go out to the public and get the money, and we're going to be benevolent. We're not going to take your house. So the people in Florida don't lose their property right away because the county sells a tax lien certificate. Now, as I say, there could be up to 1 million certificates available. These certificates pay 18%. Now, certificates start at 18%, and then it's a down bid process. 17.5, 17, 16, and so on. It goes down. The point is they have plenty of these tax liens to sell. Your concern is this. How much do they cost, and when will you get paid? So how much they cost? Well, you could buy one for $50 if you want to just get started, or you could spend $500, $5,000. What about a shopping center if they don't pay the tax? It could be $100,000. That's the tax that's owed. Well, if you paid that $100,000, now you could earn up to 18%. Now, they wouldn't then seize or confiscate. Florida is a benevolent state. They would wait as long as 2 years before they would actually take that property. So if you're purchasing a home could be worth $200,000. Well, then the tax could be somewhere around $2,000. It might be a little higher that with some penalties. So if you pay that tax, they don't throw the homeowner out. They just leave the homeowner there. If you got an 18% certificate, well, what you did is you invested with the county, and now you're going to get money back from the county. Why is that good? Because your money is now protected. It's protected by the property tax code. So I don't collect taxes from anybody. I don't take any money from anybody. I basically teach you how to do this. So when you invest, you're going to invest directly with the county, not with Ted Thomas. You can't invest with me. All right, now why don't you know about this? You don't know about this because the brokers, the financial planners, the investment advisors, even attorneys, they don't teach you about tax lien certificates. They're not negligent, they're not bad people. They don't teach you about it because they can't earn any money doing it. So if a broker works for a stock company or brokerage to sell real estate, they get paid a commission. If you go to an attorney, they get paid by the hour. All right, well, there's no money in tax certificates because the law is against that. So you have to learn this, and it's a step-by-step process. So the county is the one that collects the money. So you invest with the county, you're going to get your money back from the county. That's going to make this the safest, the most lucrative investment in America today. All right, now how are they sold? Well, they're sold at auction. What kind of auction they sold at? It's called an oral bid auction. Now, you're probably going to do this on your computer. So they're just going to put numbers up and you'll watch them change them. You can learn this whole thing and do the whole thing doing just what you're doing now, sitting on your rusty dusty, looking at Ted Thomas. So we can teach you how to do that online. All right, how many will be available? Well, I said 1 million in Florida. Throughout the United States, there's probably 2 million tax lien certificates, different states. Now, about half of the states sell tax lien certificates. By that I mean Florida sells them like we're talking about today, Arizona sells them, Iowa sells them, Illinois, you're kind of getting the idea. Even in the state of New York, Nassau County and Suffolk County out on Long Island, they sell tax lien certificates. So I've been doing this for decades, and I've learned this. If you're going to buy tax lien certificates, you just need to give it some thought, either get a coach to help you out or study it. There's lots of books that you can study it, but the easiest way to learn it is get a coach to help you or learn it online like we teach it. There's tons of videos. Subscribe to my channel and I'll give you all of them free. Now the tax lien certificates, all kinds of things happen. First of all, if you have a big auction, let's take Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade could have up to 65,000 tax lien certificates. Well, to sell 65,000 of anything could take weeks at a time. Online, they'll do that in a few days, but they will not sell all the tax liens. Okay, here's the inside tip. If they don't sell all the tax liens, they're going to put them on a list. And let's call the list the leftover list. In Chicago, they'll call it a scavenger list. In Texas, they'll call it a strike-off list. What's important for you to understand is that there's so much abundance that they can't sell all the certificates. So there's leftovers. Now, if you learn what I'm going to teach you right now, you'll learn something great. They take the leftovers and they sell them over the counter. Now, I just made that term up because when you go to the county, it's a big county, and they'll put them up there and you can look at all of them. You can pick any one you want. And that certificate will always pay 18%. There will be thousands of those certificates available. Anybody can buy them. So you're probably wondering if they're going to have an auction in your hometown. I can tell you that every county in the United States is authorized to have auctions. Also, there's 1,400 municipalities. These are all taxing districts. So there will be over 5,000 tax auctions this year, and 99% of the people looking at this video have never even heard of a tax auction. Okay, for all you folks who live outside the United States, if you can get a USA bank account, in other words, dollars, you can't use Singapore, you can't use yen, you can't use marks. You need to use dollars. I realize everywhere else there's multiple currencies. You can't do that. You have to buy tax lien certificates and you have to do business in English. It's the only business they know in the United States. We're the only island that's left. All right, now there's two other things that you need to know before I run out of time. The first thing you need to know is that there's tax liens, there's tax lien certificates, there's tax deeds, there's tax defaulted properties, and then there's redeemable tax deeds. Now they all kind of run together, but just remember tax liens are a piece of paper. And just remember a deed means they're going to transfer the property. See, that's how easy it can be. Now, how much do you want to spend? I don't know. You want to spend big money? I can show you how to make $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 on one deal. You could do that in the tax defaulted, the tax deed business. In tax lien certificates, you can make 16%, 18, 24, all the way up to 36% interest, and the check is always going to come from the government. So let me close with these few things. One, this is the safest investment you can buy. You invest with the government, you're going to get a check back from the government. It's not ever going to get any better than that. If you buy tax defaulted property, you're going to buy properties for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar. 64% of my clients are women. The reason that they do so well is they'll read the book. So what I did is I created something for you. I created a 1-hour quick start video that you can learn how to do this, okay? It only takes an hour. You'll get all the basics. It's right below me on this video.